another edition of Coffee Break Sports. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent, back with another episode of Picks, and I can't wait to get into this one. We are winding down to the last game of the NFL season, and we have the Super Bowl. We have the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, and this will be Super Bowl 59 to be exact, and I am looking forward to this matchup. I know there is some narrative out there about a script. I get it. I know anything involving the Kansas City Chiefs, whenever they win, their wins get put under a microscope in comparison to most other teams, right? You know, we get it. Everyone's still heard about the loss heard around the world between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Now, I also can make the argument that the Bills got the benefit of some calls too, and there was opportunities for the Bills to put the Chiefs away like most other teams, but they come up short despite the fact that there might be some questionable calls here and there. At the end of the day, the Bills didn't get it done, and here we have the Chiefs going up against the Philadelphia Eagles for the second time. And what's crazy is Patrick Mahomes, if he wins this Super Bowl, that means he has beaten the 49ers twice and the Eagles twice in the Super Bowl, which is kind of interesting. But be a big showdown at the Superdome, big halftime performance from Kendrick Lamar. I will be dropping a reaction episode after the Super Bowl to that performance on my Coffee and Beats platform. So hit the subscribe button wherever you get your platforms. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. But you're here for one thing and one thing only, and that is for the picks. And right now, we have a great matchup in line for us. We have Patrick Mahomes going up against Jalen Hurts. At the running back position, we have a showdown between Kareem Hunt and Saquon Barkley. And then Travis Kelce, who is the lead receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the lead receiver for the Eagles in A.J. Brown. Now, the Eagles in points scored per game, they rank 7th in the league. The Kansas City Chiefs rank 15th. The Eagles in points allowed per game rank 2nd, and the Chiefs rank 4th. Yards per game, the Eagles have the advantage as well as the 8th best team, as the Kansas City Chiefs are 16th. In the pass yards per game, Chiefs have an edge there because of Patrick Mahomes ranking 14th, while Philadelphia ranks 29. Now, rushing yards per game, of course, that goes to the Eagles. They're 2nd in the league in that. The Chiefs are way down. Time of possession, the Eagles do manage the clock pretty well. So does the Chiefs. So it's going to be an interesting thing to watch out for. Third down efficiency, the Chiefs are 2nd in the league in third down efficiency, whereas the Philadelphia Eagles are 10th in the league. Sacks, they are about even, 13 and 18 respectively. The Eagles are 13th, the Chiefs are 18th. Interceptions, they're both tied for 13 apiece throughout the season. 12th and 12th, tied for 12th. So those are the stats. As far as the spread goes, the Kansas City Chiefs are a 1.5 point favorite in this matchup. So what do you guys think? Who do you think? Which direction will Rod the Magnificent be going? I so far am even. I have broken even with all my picks throughout the playoffs. Last week, I picked a couple of weeks ago, I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Washington Commanders. I picked the Bills over the Kansas City Chiefs. But what about this matchup? Well, Kansas City is going to be going up against a much better defense than what they went up against with the Bills. And it's funny, the Chiefs scored 30 points, I think, for the first time this season, and it happened to be in the conference championship game, right? And here you got the Philadelphia Eagles with a very time-consuming offense that they're coming in with Saquon Barkley, who can break off a long touchdown at any moment. And to me, the most underrated part about the Chiefs is their defense. And one of the most underrated parts about Philly is Jalen Hurts. I feel like Jalen Hurts can come alive at any moment. He came alive against the Washington Commanders, had a huge game, huge performance to help Saquon Barkley not have to carry the load all the time. And so Jalen Hurts was pretty big the first time that these two teams met in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts had a really good game. But now he's coming into this one with a little bit of questions. Yes, he, dressed up like Nino Brown and was questioning all of his critics after a strong game against the Washington Commanders. But can he do it again? That's the question. If Jalen Hurts can come in and put on a performance that he put on against the Washington Commanders, I think Philly has a good chance of winning this Super Bowl. But it's hard for me to root against Kansas City. I did with the Bills, and I paid for it. This time, I'm not going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs here. I just think it's just hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. And I know people are going to have their takes about the refs and things of that nature. I'm not going to get into all of that. That's a podcast episode for another day. But I'm just here to say that you can't take away from Patrick Mahomes' greatness. The man knows how to run an offense. He's done it with an explosive offense, and he's done it with a less explosive offense. He's won in so many ways throughout his career. He does not have to score 1 trillion points to beat you. He's already beating you mentally when you go up against him. It's almost a Tom Brady effect when it comes to going up against Patrick Mahomes. And if you can get past that Tom Brady effect, like the Philadelphia Eagles did back in, I think it was the 2017, when the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl in that shootout, that epic shootout, that Philadelphia team, they was not afraid. They came in just throwing the football everywhere. They were not afraid with Nick Foles as their quarterback. So if Jalen Hurts can turn into Nick Foles, Philadelphia has a good chance of winning this game. But I got the Chiefs. I got the Kansas City Chiefs winning this one in another shootout. I'm going to go Kansas City 34-31. I got them winning by 3. That is my Super Bowl pick, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, I am doing a non-video episode for you guys today, only because I'm kind of pressed for time. I'm going to be going on vacation soon, so I'm not going to be behind the mic for about a couple of weeks. So everybody, enjoy the content. I appreciate everyone who's followed me on this platform of Coffee Break Sports. I will be continuing to put out more episodes of Coffee Break Sports as the NBA season starts to get a lot more interesting. I know everybody heard the trade heard around the world with Luka Doncic being traded to the Lakers. I got a lot of comments about that, but I'm going to wait till after the trade deadline before I put out an episode in that regard. But that is it for the NFL season. Those are my predictions. On to the NBA. Coffee Break Sports is not over. Stay tuned for season 2 of Coffee Break Sports. And thank you for following. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent. When it comes to coffee, when it comes to sports, stay grounded for life. I will see you guys on the next episode. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everyone. Peace.